Good morning, good morning. Good morning. Let's get this party started. I may be a couple minutes early. Good morning. How y'all sleep last night? Well, I'm at like 4 hours intervals every night. Good morning. Thanks for walking with me this morning. It's Wednesday. Oh, the 4th week of the 3rd month of our waking up and walking every morning except Sundays. Hey, thanks for coming through. We are doing it. Yes, we are walking. We're walking. Yes, indeed, we're walking. I'm walking just for me. I'm walking. Thank you for the company. I think I like that more as an ending song. Hey, thanks for coming in. Yeah. Ooh, let me give me some incline. Yeah. Good morning. Thanks for coming through. Yes. Oh. So, y'all know I walk. Let me give me some more back here. That with dog sitting. So I walk the dog for 10 to 15 minutes before this walk. Like maybe a half hour before this walk. And it's still dark outside. So I used to have my little pepper spray in my pocket, you know, holding on to it, holding the dog with the right hand. Pepper spray with my finger on the trigger. And I kept it in my pocket. And this morning something said, girl, if you don't take that pepper spray out and put your finger right in there, and you gotta be ready. The first person that comes too close to you, you just start spraying. You don't even say back off, because bitch, you ain't supposed to be that close to me. So I was like, yeah. And if they see the pepper spray, it's supposed to be a deterrent. So then, that started me to thinking of, when we get control of the viruses, because there's always going to be viruses, is how we control them. Sadly, we had an orange POS that looked at it, the virus as a money-making opportunity for him and the Republican Party. So that's how we got screwed. But there's always going to be viruses. You just got to be fast to get on it. And don't let it get out of control. Because we got viruses in us all the time. So we're men, we're human, we're mammals. We're not gods. Anyway, don't let me start on that. So I said, once this is over, I'm going to find senior self-defense classes. I just want to be able to instinctually kick them in the nuts, or if it's a woman, chop in the throat. That's what I was thinking of my walk this morning with the dog. That's what I want to do. And then I want to talk to y'all, since this is the 4th week of the 3rd month of our walking every morning, except Sundays. I know your thighs are burning. I meant to talk to you about that, but being in the gym, you get so used to the pain, and you know it's coming as the muscles come through. So on one side you're like, oh, the pain, but on the other side you're like, damn, this muscle look good. So my thigh muscles are beautiful. Oh, I remember these muscles like this in my 40s. So wonderful. So great. And the pain is real. But again, 5 minutes with ice, and it's gone. So, 5 minutes already. So I just want to talk to you about that. That's another reason why people stop exercising or walking. They get pain, and then they go to the doctor, and then they say, why do I have this pain when I walk? And then the doctor gives them medication, and then sends them to the chiropractor, physical therapist, or the doctor, the boo. And then they say, I can't exercise because exercising is painful. And I'm like, all you had to do was take some ice and put on it for 5 minutes. I take my daughter's 16-ounce soda bottles, and I freeze them, because that cold is cold. That is woof cold, intense, and it stays like that for maybe like 15 minutes. That cold, woof, I mean, freezes up the whole area, boom, 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 boom. And then you take the ice out, and the little muscle will relax, and you go on about your business. So I want to talk to you about that. Don't give up. That's not. We're building muscles. That's why we're walking slow. That's why we're walking slow. We're building muscles. So when you fall over, the first thing you're more than skin and bones. When you fall to the left, but I gotta tell you something. I don't fall. I don't even trip. My muscles have always, like I said, weeble wobble, but I don't fall down. Wires are live to me. I understand the phrase live wires. Yes, that wire did get tangled up in your foot. Yes, it did, because the wire is live. So when you see the wire, pick it up and move it out the way. That's another way you stop falling. Other stuff, you just move to the side. And then, from walking now, at the end of this month, 3 months walking, your thighs should be like my thighs, which are almost like thunder thighs. And that's saying something for my age, I feel. So I wanted to talk to you about the pain. Sometimes just take that ice bottle, put it under the back of your pants, and stick that there for 5 minutes, bam, gone. And the other hip bone, take that ice, put it there, 5 minutes, gone. Your knees, hit that bottle on that side, 5 minutes, gone. Now sometimes, I understand, because sometimes I don't want to ice. Sometimes I'm in a situation that I'm going out and doing something I can't ice right then and there. I am a half of painkiller person. I've been like that since I was in my 20s. If you gave me an aspirin, I'd break it in half. I'm only taking half. If you give me, I'd take half. Now, one time I got hit by sciatica, and I learned about cocktails. And I cocktailed that pain for 2 days, and after the pain was removed, then I was able to exercise and get control of myself. But other than that, I just break it off and just take half, because I know what it's from. And I don't know if Facebook's going to take me off. But I gotta say it. In this country, there's things called name brand and generic. name brand, and generic. Pathmark used to call it frills and no frills. So, the basics say frills. The basic of spaghetti sauce is tomatoes. Okay. So no frills would be stewed tomatoes. That's it. Maybe you have a little of that oregano, maybe. Maybe not. Maybe you have a little garlic, but trust me. That's why it's called no frills. What is tomato sauce made out of, or as the Italians call it, gravy? Tomatoes, garlic, oregano, water. Well, that's no frills, which would be generic. And then you have name brand, which is no frills, name brand. Generic, name brand. And in that name brand, and that spaghetti sauce, there's parsley, oregano you could taste, garlic you could taste, all the frills. You can just taste it, the thickness, the consistency. It's just like, wow. And then no frills. So, what my aunt used to do, and what people used to do, go to Pathmark, is you buy the no frills, because it was cheaper, and you come home and you fill it up. You put in the oregano, you put in the pepper, you put in the garlic, sometimes you put in onions, green peppers, and then you filled it up. And you made it like name brand. But, that's how it is in America, in the medical world, the medical field. If your community pays a lot of money because they have good jobs, and the whole complexion thing, then the stuff that you get in your community is name brand. Now, if people are stopped from working in the community making money because, naturally, in this country, the color is skinny, you gotta work 3 jobs for that person that only has to work 1. So you're not putting as much money out into, as far as taxes are concerned. So you're not going to get the frills. I did medical billing and coding. And in the disenfranchised, minority-based community, the hospital, no frills. Just a town over, in a community full of Caucasians, they got the best jobs, they just got the best everything. It's just the way it is. It is what it is. They have the bomb hospital. Because they're, what are you? You're taxing $200,000 from one family income to be $400,000 a year. And that's what you're taxing there. And then you come over to the other side, and you're taxing $80,000 a year, max. $30,000 on a lucky day. So you see, frills, no frills. So that's how it is. And COVID medication and shots, frills, no frills, generic name brand. And don't get it twisted. Don't let no lies be told to you, and don't tell no lies to yourself. Okay, you are not getting the shot that Biden got. Oh my God. Every time they say that, that makes me laugh. You're not getting the same shot these rich people are getting. You'll never get that. You're getting the test shots, maybe even placebos. So, that's how I feel. And nothing's going to change. I remember my doctor told me, let me get this out real fast, my doctor. So I said, listen. I said, that's okay, I understand. The state is paying you for me, and they ain't paying you a lot, because I used to do billing coding, so I know. I said, so, I understand you doing the least. He said, oh, white guy. Oh, no. Everyone is treated the same way. And then he says to me, can you sit aside a minute? I have to do something. And I'm like, okay. Then I see, rich guy walks in. They don't even go to that area where we are. I didn't even know there was an area, like a whole area and a whole back thing that they go to. But when they rich people come through, you got to sit there and wait for them. So, him I just get my eye drops from, but I know he's a big fat liar. Because it is two different kind of medication. It's two different kind of shots for everything. It's called brand name and generic. And that's how it is here in America. Anyway, hey, keep the word yes in your vocabulary by reading I Like to Say Yes to Your Child. I Like to Say Yes has brightly colored pages with boldly dressed children, colored dressed children running, jumping, and playing. Keep the word yes in your child's vocabulary by reading I Like to Say Yes to Your Child. Let's take our water break and let me see who's in here. Hey, good morning, Elle. Thanks. Oh, I missed y'all. Well, I'm gonna start tagging at the end of the month when we walk for 3 months. I just can't let anything get in the way of that completing that task. And though I miss y'all and I feel bad, I'm like, oh, when I start tagging people, then they're going to get mad at me. They're going to say, oh, I was walking with you. But you know I'm going to be here at 7 o'clock. I just can't take the stress of tagging where I turn it on myself and then I don't walk and then 2 months down the drain and blah, 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 blah. Wah, 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 wah. Let me drink my beet juice. Still tastes like dirt. Whew, let me rinse my mouth. I think I loved dirt as a kid. Because even though it tastes like dirt, like I ain't mad at it because it tastes like dirt. I don't know where else where can I taste something that tastes like dirt? Do they have dirt candy? Beet candy and the main ingredients, and which makes it so authentic, is the fact that it tastes like dirt. I had to take my weight off. All right. We already at the 15-point mark. Yay! I'm not running. I told y'all between that 10 to 15 minute walk with the dog, and that's going to go on for 2 weeks. I'm not Wonder Woman. I'm just the best me I can be. Hey! So, yeah. And then I have a heart doctor who's an Indian guy, and I said the same thing to him. I said, you know, I know you just doing as much as the state will pay you, and I know they ain't paying me enough. And he at least had the decency to look at me and shrug, like, yeah. I can appreciate his honesty. That other one said, oh no. He was like incredulous. How could you think that I would take better care of someone who has insurance that's paying me 3 times more than the state has given him giving me for you. And I would have appreciated his honesty if he said, you didn't just get here, Vicky. And I would say, thank you, doctor. You know I know something. But he just called her, oh, no, what? Oh, no, honey. If the homeless person came off the street, stinking and smelling, and came to this office, we would treat him just like a billionaire. So, I was happy that Corona severed our business. And you say, wow, why don't you get another doctor? Okay. I would snatch one of them doctors from Atlanta if I could. I wish they had something I could put my eyeball in it and one of them Atlanta doctors could look in it and talk to me, and that's what I want. But up here, I'm not going to get that. So this doctor is close. I mean close. I mean the eye doctor, he's so close that I can walk to him. He's literally around the corner from my gym. So there's that. And the fact that I did try to find up here a person of color who did retinal and stuff. I used to work at a retinal place, Westchester, retinal and something, in Rye. And that's when I clearly saw it. Clearly saw what they call it, that line of demarcation of poor and rich being treated. Ciao. First of all, the only poor they would take is Medicaid. Medicare. Medicare. That's the only old they would take. They didn't take Medicaid, they didn't do state at all. It was either powerful private insurance, I mean powerful private insurance, or Medicare. And the powerful insurance people caught freaking blanche. Okay? Medicaid people, honey, sometimes them old people be sitting there 2 hours. 2 hours, honey. Just because. And I just remember as the receptionist said, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. And in my head I'm saying, damn, they're old. You really? You think their time ain't nothing to do but to sit here and wait for you to come out? But if you was old and had the good insurance, you got to walk right through. That's what good insurance and money did. If you were sitting in the waiting room, you had Medicare. If you was walking in and getting your name and walking to the back, you had money insurance. So, to kind of convince me that that there's no difference in medicine in this country is for me to call myself a liar, and I will not, because I've worked in the medical field, I volunteered in the medical field, I have billed the medical field and the insurance, and I worked in the hospital, 2 hospitals. So, I know there's a big difference. I know there's a top shelf. I'm going to talk to you in bar terms. Remember I told you I was a bartender? I'll talk to you in bar terms. There's a top shelf, there's a there's a brand name behind the barmaid is the brand names. Bacardi's, Gordon's, Tanqueray's. And then, even with that, as I was saying it, you would have like your Bacardi's and stuff to the bottom. But then you would go up and you would get your overproof, your different things like that. So they went shelf by shelf by shelf. And then you have your top, your brandies, your wine, what they call Cavalier, the Hennessy's, the Sky or whatever that vodka, iced top vodka. And then a big bottle of Galileo. That's like I can't think of it. We used to have to use it as a weapon. They said if anything happened, they always kept it at the top. And I know you use it for the Tootsie Roll drink. It's the yellow stuff in the bottle. And that was up there. And then, in front of us in the bottle where nobody could see, no one could see, was our speed rack. And our speed rack had all the cheap liquors. Captain Morgan's second cousin. Suave's Third Child Removed. These are all the cheap alcohol that's underneath. Stoner's Knife, Fourth Cousin Removed. That's what's on the speed rack. All the cheap alcohol. And when you ask for a drink, and you say rum and coke, a rum and coke was the same thing, same price, if you said rum and coke, and I used the speed rack, or you said rum and coke, rum and Bacardi, and I reached for the Bacardi bottle. It was not a difference in the price. It's just that you had to know that if you didn't say a brand name, I was giving you the speed rack. If you said, oh, I'll just take some brandy, I'm giving you speed rack brandy. But I'm charging you the same price as the regular brandy. So, that's the medical situation here in America. I know I'm getting a speed rack. I know, I've seen it. It's like, where a car is coming in, they say if you're on the highway and you have to stop fast and you look in that rearview mirror and there's a car that comes, you could clearly see that he is going too fast. He is not going to stop, and all you can do is try to brace for impact. That's, as a young person looking at this medical field, that's how I felt. And I figured if I got to this age, that's exactly what is going to happen with me. That car, I'm looking at other people. I'm a receptionist. I'm doing medical, and I see what they're doing. And sometimes I go home and I would have such a panic. I was like, holy God, they're going to do this to me. What's going to happen to me? So, when you want to get old, you want to live to be old, to experience life to its fullest. But then, as a young person, you see what is being done to old people, you're like, holy cow. So, if you don't think getting up in the morning and walking is what you need, sad on you. Sad on you. Take care of yourself. Exercise. That's our winning ticket. That's our get through. That's our power. And I didn't say squeeze your gut once. Squeeze your gut. That's why you exercise. Drink your water. Love yourself. Love yourself. I've never been 63 before. I ain't mad at 63. I want to learn it. And then just when I learn it, I'm 64. And then I'm going to learn that. But I'm not going to run to the doctor, complain on myself, because these things are happening just naturally because I've reached this age. And knowing what I know, them folks, please. By the time they finish cutting on you so they can get their 100 surgeries in, so they can open up a private surgery thing, so they can charge like $1 billion, and you was just a link in a chain. Let's take our thumbs and stuff. Yes. Is everything connected? I would think that the pinky's on like not really closely connected to the brain. So I'm like, all right. There you go. You know? Okay, everything's connected. So, y'all mess around with them. They said when I was doing my medical billing class, the teacher said, I remember her asking me, she said, the doctor doesn't know you from anybody. She says, you have to go to him and complain on yourself. Complain on yourself. And then he'll try to find out where your complaint is in the body and how to treat it. And I gotta tell y'all, when I had to go for my eye and my blood pressure, I was so upset because I was complaining on myself to people who I knew really didn't give a damn. So, no, I'm walking, y'all. Let's do 15. Here we are. Yeah. No, I'm not complaining on myself. I say to myself, okay, what you gonna do, Vicky? Hey, what am I gonna do, Vicky? I'm gonna tell you what Vicky gonna do. She gonna squeeze her gut and she walking. Yes, indeed, she's walking. Just for her, she's walking. Thank you for the company. I'm walking. Yes, indeed, I'm walking. Just for me, I'm walking. Thank you for the company. Yeah. This little half hour is over. We just started. I just came down in the basement and went live. And we did it, y'all. We did it. We did it, y'all. We did it. Yeah. All you gotta do is walk. They say simple things. Simple things, not hard things. Just walking. Do a little stretch before you start. Our walk is over. That 30 minutes go by so quickly. And I feel so good. Thank you for coming and walking with me. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day.